Hey everybody, it's me, Edward Jones, back with a new video. Just got done watching Civil War. It was a pretty good movie. Basically follow the story of this world-renowned journalist, photojournalist, and she, it kind of goes into it shows in the beginning. Oh, spoilers ahead, but it goes in the beginning of the kind of photos that she's taken and the kind of things she's exposed herself to. Um, and how everything has led to the point of her wanting to cover the events of the United States going through a second civil war. And she's traveling with she has to travel from New York to D.C., but they have to go around different states because certain sections are blocked off. Um, so yeah, has the other journalists that she travels with, Joel, and the main character. Her name is Lee. She travels with Joel, another journalist, Sammy, her mentor, who's worked for the New York Times, and a young up and coming photojournalist named Jesse. Now, the movie's actually pretty good. There is some instances of where Lee, she has tunnel vision, and it kind of like it comes up when she sees something that's it's causing her to kind of have pause. It's slowly show in the film. You're slowly seeing how she goes from being kind of a cold person because of the stuff that she's taking photos of. Which is, like I said, go see the movie. You see some of the stuff if you expose enough to this stuff, some of the atrocities that human beings commit towards one another, you'll get cold. You do it enough times, and it starts to show where through the events of traveling through different states and seeing, just seeing how things have been unfolding, how it changes her. Um, I will say this: something I've always interested me about photojournalists. I'm not sure if I could be a photojournalist, but if I ever did, I wouldn't be an unarmed photojournalist. I'll put it like that. There's a scene in the movie, and I'm pretty sure those of you have seen the trailer. There's a scene with the soldier with the with the red the red sunglasses, played by Jesse Plemons. Um, that's an instance like that is why I would not want to be unarmed. I put it like that. um, and I always thought it was kind of strange how those who do photojournalists, they think that they basically think that I wonder if there's ever thought that they can't be touched. Um, there are several instances of that in the film, um, where it can go either way, quite honestly. But the movie is actually pretty good. There are some instances of action, and when there is action, it's fairly heavy. It gets heavier right toward come out towards the end of the film. Um, as a gun guy, I was looking out for what kind of gear that the two sides were rocking. There's the Western forces, the WF, which is basically California and Texas joining forces, and then there's like the United States Army. Now, one thing I will say that was kind of strange about the movie when they talked about states that were, because it was like there's a map you can find online. It's basically showing like what the map of the United States is during this film in the film. There could be no way South Carolina would there could be no way South Carolina would side would side with the United States, because there's actually an instance where Florida broke off kind of on its own thing. I said, "There's no how in the world is South Carolina, because it does, and it actually gets mentioned early in the film, the Carolinas. How does South Carolina become a loyalist state? I can't see that happening." But some of the gear that there's some of the gears that was being rocked in the film. There is an instance where there are WF forces. They have Hawaiian shirts, and I thought it was pretty cool. Cause I know Boogaloo Boys. They a lot of them had the Hawaiian shirt as part of the attire. It's actually pretty cool seeing that introduced in the film. Shout out to Andy No. He actually was credited for some of the footage that was provided that was used in the film. In the beginning of the film, there was some like some B-roll that showed how things that were going on in the United States that led to basically led to this secession, the second secession. And Ennio provided some footage from 2020, things that happened in 2020. There was the instance where there was the security guard who took the rifle away from one of the rioters, and that was actually a video. He was actually there was a video of him. There's a video of him being interviewed, talking about the situation, and just giving his perspective of what would urban combat be like, or how someone could, how could someone survive and something like that. But the film is actually pretty good. Along with the Hawaiian shirts, there was you see most soldiers most soldiers on both sides they have AR platforms, M4 platforms, M16s. There was one soldier I remember seeing. He had an AK. You did get to see an M60 in the film. There was a javelin being used. There were various tanks, various Humvees. I was trying to think of what a M240 Bravo, that 308 machine gun was used. Not too many pistols. You can probably see like maybe one Glock pistol that was used on the side of the WF. Members of the White House staff. There were members of White House staff that were. There was a member that was armed who tried to negotiate a surrender terms. I think she had a Glock and she had surrendered it, but she had a holster that was appendix carry. It was a leather holster. Secret Service agents, they had MP5s, MP5Ks. I'm trying to think what else. There was a scene at a gas station where there were two guys standing guard. They both had like AR rifles. There was a sniper scene. Sniper there were two guys who they really weren't siding with anybody. They just noticed they were getting shot at, and the sniper had I think it was a AR-10, it was like an AR-10 platform rifle. But the film was actually pretty good. If you have a chance, go out there and see it. The film is not woke. There could be some instances where you can think you could probably draw some wokeness out of it, but overall the film wasn't woke. One big thing I will say about the movie is to get towards the end. Apparently walls work to some degree. I'll just leave it at that. Think on that. Think on that for a second. If you see the film, you know what I'm talking about. I think walls work to some extent. Those are my thoughts. The movie was pretty good. Go out there and check it out. Leave a comment in the comment section. You already seen it. I'm pretty sure many people are gonna be talking about it. I remember there was going back to Andy No. There was some hoopla raised about the film. Some lefties wanted saying the film should be boycotted because Andy No, he reported on it. Andy No had some footage that he provided footage for the film. So they're saying the movie should be boycotted because of that, but lefties are always going to complain about something. Those are my thoughts. Please check out the movie. Leave comments in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm glad to be sharing share with you guys my opinion on a film that just came out. Any gripes, complaints, send me a PM. I see if I can address them. That's my video. Just got done seeing Civil War. I'm Edward Jones. You guys take care. Be safe. Stay strapped. And God bless.